Today, we're mastering the pegboard. Hey, welcome back. Today, I'm going to show you how to master the pegboard. In case you don't know, the pegboard is an obstacle where you're going to hang from these pegs, pull one out and move it across the pegboard, hang from that peg, pull the other peg out, slowly move your way down. The progressions for this start out with just hanging from them. You're going to pull one peg out, put it back in, work on hanging from one arm. If you can't hang on one arm, you can't really do the pegboard because that's all it is. It's a bunch of one arm hangs. So we'll get really good at one arm hangs, then we're going to start working on moving on the pegboard. The first and easiest beginner way to move on the pegboard, I call it the crab walk. I don't know why I call it that, I just do. You're going to pull one out, move it over, side by side, over, together, apart, together. It's a little slower, but you have better accuracy and it's a little more intuitive than some of the other ways. After you do that, you can try a different technique where you have both your palms facing the same way. You take the back peg out and leapfrog across. It's a lot faster, but it is a little harder to get the pegs in. But once you get really good at this, you can go super fast and super far on this one. And in my personal opinion, it's the most efficient way to cross the pegboard. Lastly, there's a couple other techniques that are more advanced and a little more energy absorbing, so I can't do them for as long. For example, like locking off, moving the pegs over and crossing over. That takes a lot more strength. It's a little faster, but it's also a lot more energy exerting. When you're hanging on the pegboard, you might realize a peg's stuck and it's not coming out quite like you want. What's probably happening is you're pulling down a little bit and not just straight out. So the easiest way to remedy that is just hang from one hand, grab the other one with two fingers and just slip it straight out. That way you cannot pull down on it, it's gonna come straight out. Just hang onto that peg and it'll come out so you can move it easier. There's some pros and cons and benefits to the different ways we go across the pegboard. The straight arm technique saves you a lot of like pulling muscles. It's a little harder on the grip though because it's gonna take a little longer, but because you're not locked off, you're saving your arm muscles. So it is more efficient on your arms. It's a little harder on your grip and it's a little slower because you don't have that additional control. But when you're locked off, you can go faster, but it does take a lot more energy to hold your whole body up with one arm as you move across with the other arm. After you master the regular pegs, you can be done with them, you can level up to the harder pegs. So just like bigger, harder, you can have bigger pegs, you can have round pegs. You can master those, go for these. Thanks, subscribe, see you next time, bye.